Indeed. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
That's me. Hang on one second. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I guess we're done now.
Got to make sure everybody hears the clap right.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Oh, a couple of other servers have got some really crazy ones. Yeah, we'll leave them be for now. All right, I'm going to go voice 47.
I'm missing one.
All right. But yes, welcome in everybody. Welcome to this run This is by Fix. Everything's been organised by herself, and we'll be doing call-outs probably between me and Hollow mostly. Yeah, good stuff. And if you haven't run with us before, hello, my name is Vega. Felix, you want to make a noise so everybody knows your voice as well?
Yes, hello, I'm Fiox. I don't do callouts for reasons that are very, probably shouldn't do callouts ever. Especially not on this data center.
We are going to take you through DRS today. Pure essences and re-raises are mandatory. Also, checking out the holsters is mandatory. Make sure you've got all of the actions you'll need. Make sure your holster will be filled up to the maximum. We will be using pure essences and re-raises as soon as we go in. So keep that in mind. We are still missing one for voice, but just
We
as a
are.
bit of wake up.
I will, yeah, I was going to do that. Beat me to the punch. Seems like my co-tank's a little bit asleep. That's fine. It happens.
Wakey.
It's not to the 10 yet,
Yeah.
so they may have just gone to the sleep real quick.
They're also the last person listening to voice as well, so that tracks, that lines.
That does, you're right. As Hello pointed out, though I did just say I shouldn't do callouts, I can do one, and that's golems. I've done it before. And we haven't wiped to it yet, so it's a good track record.
Ooh, hello.
I've done it a few times without hosting a run, so it's not like...
Don't worry, I'm going to wipe slime side in that case.
Yeah, I did mention that beforehand.
Okay, I think we're actually all here now. I just spotted your tank coming into voice.
Ah, yes. You're right. You did. Yes, don't worry. It wasn't to the 10. We kind of figured some people may have just gone out to do something. So no worries, no worries.
We have fired out another reg check, so if you are available, tab back in.
Zeph.
And if everybody's here, we'll get going.
There we go. Thank you, Zeph. I was about worried that you were like going somewhere.
Here we go. Perfect. We're now on the black screen, and there will be a cutscene. If you've not seen it before, do feel free to watch it. But once we are inside, at the bottom of the stairs, there are some glowing pads. Please do not touch the glowing pads. Do not touch the glowing pads. Do not touch the glowing pads. It's very important that you don't step on them and touch them, because if you touch them, you can't come back. You can now activate your pure essences and your erasers. And your two actions that you'll be using at the start, you can now slot them in. When the barrier comes down, we'll be going down the stairs towards the cache. And again, we won't be touching the glowy. The cache is marked with number 1. If you have any fragments that you need to hand in, you can give them to Resistance Appraiser, so feel free to do that. But pure essences on, please. Re-razors on from the start. Slot in the two actions you'll need. Once you think you are ready, A, B, and C, you can go to A. D, E, and F, you can go to D. And once the majority of your party is at those locations, we'll do a check, make sure everybody has all the correct stuff, and start splitting the voice chat.
Mhm.
And again, just to repeat, Pure Essence is on, Re-Razors on, slot your 2 actions, and fill up your holster.
The resistance appraiser is marked with 2. So yes, there is one here. I guess we should split the VCs now, eh?
I think we should be okay. So if you're on the Golem side, if you are in D, E, or F, so for instance, if you have Freights, Zephyrin, or Archon in your party, you can now swap down 1 voice channel, and the voice channel is directly underneath this one, and you'll be looked after there by Freights. Good
I'll
luck.
see you there.
And if you're in A, B, or C, you're in my group, Amelia's group, or Hollow's group, you'll be staying here on the A side in this voice chat, and we'll be doing slimes together. Again, double check your Pure Essences Re-Razors are on and that you have slotted your 2 actions. Then click on your Lost Vines holster. Make sure it's maxed out with all the juicy goodies you'll need for the whole raid. It's very, very important that your holster is completely maxed out with all of the actions that you are required to bring. If you are a newbie and you have any extra space, feel free to bring more Re-Razors. It means you'll have a better survival rate. In Lala. Where's Jaja? Hello. Okay, there's one more person still in this voice that needs to go to the Golem's voice chat. So if you are in D, E, or F, there we go. Perfect. Okay, 24 people here. All right, so the party leaders for A, B, and C, just quickly double check your party and make sure that they've got Pure Essences Re-Razors on. Do a ready check, and then you can advise your group where to go next. And then start heading over when your party leader's told you. Okay, physical ranged. I am going to quickly mark myself with a triangle. Physical range, please come and stand on me. And use perception and tell me if you find a trap. It should say you sense a trap. Yes, okay. So there's a trap in room number 2. And we'll go to the other side. And again, we'll check from the outside. All the way in the corner, all the way in the corner. Let me know if you find a trap there. Also, yes. So apparently there's a trap in room number 1 and room number 2. If that's not correct, please tell me. It's very, very, very important. Okay, you can see some waymarks on the outside. These correspond to the 4 rooms that are inside these barracks. So there's a room on the bottom left, that's room 1. There's a room on the bottom right, that's room 2. There's a room on the top left, that's room 3. And there's a room on the top right, that's room 4. Okay, so I am going to call out some names. And then when you hear your name, go and stand in the waymark that I call out. Okay, so room number 1 is going to be Maki, Wawani, Set, AV, and Nyanka. That's room number 1, please. No, sorry, it's Nyanko. Nyanko. Yeah, thank you. Room number 2 is Mayo, Emilia, Ova, Rin, and Etiag. Room number 3 is going to be Zed, me, Kali, Shimo, and Violet. Room number 3, please. Room number 4 is going to be Nico Ark, Asta, Nilo, Nia, and Vespa. And that should leave the north being Hollow and Cat. And the south will be Kit and Kits. That's hilarious and amazing. I love that. I love that so much. All right. So I'm going to explain how the slime side work. And when we do open the doors, Hollow will be doing the callouts for the slime side. But let's do some minor explanations first. Okay, there are 3 traps in total. There is 1 trap guaranteed in room number 1, 1 trap guaranteed in room number 2, and there is 1 trap also in the middle. The reason we know they're guaranteed is because we used our physical range, used perception outside, and sensed the traps in rooms 1 and 2. Okay, these traps will not be disarmed. Okay, we will be finding them only. In the hallway, it can be anywhere in the middle of the hallway, but in the rooms, it is either in front of the green pad or behind it. Okay. So for rooms number 1 and 2, we just need people with perception to go in and find the trap either in front or behind the green pad. And once all 3 traps have been found, we are good. Now we have physical ranged. AV, if you could please find the trap in room number 1. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick swap. We are going to put Rin in room number 3, and Shimo, please go to room number 2. Alrighty. Perfect. Shimo, please find the trap in room number 2 with your perception. It will be either in front of the pad or behind it. Okay. And the middle trap, there is a trap in the middle of the corridor somewhere. Nia, could you please find the trap in the middle of the corridor? Okay. So you'll use with your perception as soon as we enter and find the trap in the middle of the corridor. Room number 1 should be found fairly quickly, please. And that should be that. All right. Now, DPS, once you have found your traps and your rooms are clear, you can enter the rooms that you are currently assigned to. So you will stand along the waymarks on the outside, and you can see which room you're assigned to based on the shape. Once we found the traps, go into the room and go the furthest away from the entrance. Okay? Go to the corner furthest away from the entrance. Red slimes will continuously spawn in every single room. All right? DPS, you have 1 job. Target the red slimes. They will come towards you in the corner, and you need to kill them in the corner away from the other green slimes. That is your only job, DPS. Target the red slimes, pull them to the corner, and kill them as fast as possible. Okay? You never need to target a green slime at any point. So keep that in mind. Target only the red slimes, DPS. All right. The other mobs that will be spawning in the north and south, they are the soldiers. And Hollow and Kit, you just need to pick up the soldiers, move them slightly towards the door, and just kill them on the spot there. You don't need to take them into the middle or take them anywhere special. Just kill them on the spot there. All right. Now, the green slimes are a little bit special. In the middle of the corridor, green slimes will continuously spawn in waves of 3. Okay? The first wave of 3 that spawn, tank number 1, you will pick up the 3 green slimes. You will take them to the green pad on the bottom left room, and you will tank them on top of that green pad. As long as the green slimes touch each other, they will fuse together. They'll get more HP, and underneath that HP bar, they will receive a buff that is blue, and it contains a number. Okay? These green slimes, when they fuse together and they reach a stack of 5, they will begin casting Rupture, exploding, covering the pad that they are standing on. Okay? We do not want to reach Rupture immediately. We're going to get all of the green slimes up to 4 stacks. Okay? And I'll explain how to do that in a moment. Once all 4 rooms are at 4 stacks, all of the tanks will provoke 1 last green slime. The green slimes will touch, fuse together, reach 5, and they will rupture at the same time. Okay, so the first wave of green slimes will be taken by tank number 1 onto the green pad and kept on there at all times. The second wave of 3 green slimes will be taken by tank number 2. That's Mayo. If you could mark it out, there you go. So Mayo will take the second wave of 3 green slimes and take them to the southeast room and keep them on the green pad. The third wave of green slimes will be taken by Zed. And the fourth wave of green slimes will be taken by Nikoa. So you take the green slimes onto your pad and keep them there. Now, a fifth wave of green slimes will spawn, and this time it's the healer's jobs to bring the green slimes to the tanks. So, on the fifth wave, healers 1, 2, and 3 pick up 1 green slime each, take it towards your tank. Tanks, you can use your ranged attack, such as your Tomahawk, your Shield Lob, to get aggro off your healer. Let the green slimes touch, they will fuse. The sixth wave, healers 1, 2, and 4 grab 1 green slime each, take it to your tank. Tanks use your ranged attack. And then the seventh wave, healers 3 and 4, you'll grab 1 green slime each and take it to your tank. At this point, all of the green slimes on the pads should be at 4 stacks. Okay, you can tell me this by writing something in Yell Chat, or the healer in the room, let me know that the green slime is at 4 stacks. Once all 4 of the rooms are at 4 stacks, the healers will grab 1 green slime each and keep it in the doorway. I'll then do a vocal countdown. Well, sorry, Hollow will do a vocal countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then provoke the last green slime. Make sure the green slimes touch on the pad. They will connect together and they will fuse. And then they will begin casting Rupture. At the end of the Rupture cast, at the start of the Rupture cast, we want to run out of the hall rooms into the middle corridor, go all the way north and go all the way east. And that will dodge the Thrice-Come ruins. Okay, so we need all of the green slimes to rupture at exactly the same time, so keep that in mind. Okay, that should cover pretty much everything. Let's do some ready checks and make sure to move your characters. If you have any questions at any time during this raid, please press no on a ready check. Ask in Say Party, Yell, or Voice Chat. We would be very happy to answer. Slimes 1 and Slimes 3 already. And again, we know traps are in room number 1, room number 2, and also somewhere in the middle. So keep that in mind. You don't need to enter the room 1 and 2 until traps are found. And yes, tanks all need that tank stances on. Every tank needs that tank stance on. We're just waiting for explanations on the Golem side and also one of the groups over this side to be ready. And then we'll enter the same time as the Golem side as well. It's MP Management 101. Has a ready check on Iron Slimes too. golem side are readying up now. Right, again, there is a trap in rooms 1, 2, and the middle. We just appear to be waiting for one more group on the golem side. Sure what's going on golems. Make sure to move your characters. You don't get kicked. There is a 10-minute AFK kick timer. Okay, perfect. I'm going to start a countdown. And Holly will be taking over the callouts.
Yep. Alright, that the trappers find traps in the hallway and in the 2 southern rooms. And Tank 1 can pick up the 3 green slimes in the corridor. Tank 1 pick up the 3 green slimes and take it to your room. Tank 2 can pick up the 3 green slimes and take it to their room. New wave spawn. Tank 3 can pick up 3 slimes and take it to their room.
You may need to invoke that set.
And Tank 4 can pick up the 3 slimes and take it to their room. Make sure they are on the platform in the rooms.
You have a misconfiguration in room 1 as well.
Do I?
No more green slimes in room 1. No more green slimes in room 1.
Something just confused there. Healer 1, 2, and 3 pick up a green slime and feed it to their tank.
Healer 1, do not pick up a green slime.
Oh, didn't see that one. Then,
Room 1 is already up.
okay. Room 2, 3, and 4 pick up a green slime, feed it to their tank. is fusing, going to be on 3. Do not feed more slimes anywhere. Do not feed more slime. They are fusing already.
Room number 2 needs one more green slime.
Yeah, room number 3, 2 or 3. What did it say?
Room number 2 needs one more green slime. 3, 1, and 4 are fine.
Okay. 3, 1, and 4. Bring one green slime in the corridor, but do not provoke it yet.
You provoke, so drop me 2, please.
Everyone bring one. We have a soldier that escaped.
Okay, I'm gonna take over the call out. It
All
appears
right.
that everybody is at 4. Everybody is at 4. So all healers grab one green slime and take it by the door. Keep it by the door. Tanks do not take aggro yet. Okay, make sure to keep your tanks alive. And tanks, you can provoke the last green slime. Provoke the last green slime now. The green slimes need to touch, but it looks good. It's a mess. Everybody was grabbing green slimes with no reason to. And we have rupture. Okay, we can head out of the corridor. We're going to go north and then all the way east. All the way east. Yeah, please don't grab too many green slimes. That was... We're going to hide in the corner. I think we're done. Yes, we're done. Glowing pads. All right, let's go step on the portal.
We're back. Hello.
Hello.
I was a little bit nervous at the beginning, so I was probably really bad at explaining. But no one died, as someone has pointed out into my party chat, which is, correct. No one has indeed died.
We'll wait for everybody to get back up here.
Oh, they're all back, I think. Wait.
One. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Okay. So now we're at Trin Seeker. I'll place some markers. Hello, you've given yourself. Could you give yourself one of the marks, please, just so we know where you are as you will remain tanking. Other tanks, please turn off your tank stance. Every tank should now be turning off that tank stance. Okay. And just to manage expectations, for the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking about general stuff in regards. Issue? Are you the main tank?
Yes,
sorry,
I
my
am.
bad, my bad.
I will turn off my tank. Okay, all right, I'll turn it off. All right, that's fine. Yeah,
I missed that entirely.
All right.
So for the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking about stuff in general for DRS, and then I'm going to spend about 5 minutes explaining the boss, so please pay attention. So, we only need one tank for this fight for now, so that's perfectly fine. And let's go through a list of things that we need to talk about. So the first thing is that physical range that had perception before this fight. You can now slot it away, and what you'll need is your Lost Font of Power, okay, and Lost Dervish. So you can see them in the shout chat. You'll need Lost Font of Power and Lost Dervish now, please. Physical range DPS. And on the topic of Font of Power and Dervish and things like that, every DPS should have either a Font of Power or a Font of Magic, and tanks will also have a Font of Power. Okay, please use your Font of Power and Font of Magic every 2 minutes as soon as it comes off cooldown. Okay, there are some niche situations where veterans know when to hold their Font of Power until the next better burst window comes up. But if you are a newbie, please make sure you use your Font of Power and Font of Magic on cooldown as soon as they come off. Okay, we're going to need maximum damage here. Dervish, please also use that as soon as it comes off cooldown. Use it during the countdown when we've got 2 or 3 seconds left, and then as soon as it comes off cooldown, press again. Cure 4 is what casters should have, and Cure 4 interacts with the Essence of the Elder. And when you cast Cure 4, it actually gives a 1-minute bravery buff to everybody in your party. If you want to know what this looks like, casters, please use one charge now so that you can see exactly what it looks like on your party. But you want to be using your Lost Cure 4 at least once every minute to make sure you keep on top of the bravery buff. Make sure everybody in your party has the bravery buff. And if it's about to fall off, then you can just use Cure 4 to refresh it, or you can use it after AoEs to also heal up your party. It is very, very potent. Okay, Rend Armor is assigned to Latra and Solarin. So Latra, okay, Latra you will be using the first Rend. So as soon as we pull the boss, please use Rend on the boss. And then when the Rend debuff falls off the boss, Sol, please reapply Rend. You'll be second. And then after that, you can use it on cooldown to make sure we keep Rend on the boss at times. Very, very important. Okay. In terms of other things, raising actions don't work here, so you can't use raise. That's very, very important that you keep that in mind. So no raising. You'll need to use healers, the action Lost Arise. And Lost Arise is not 100% chance to raise somebody. It's a double-digit percentage in the low numbers. So you may need to spam it on somebody to get them up. So keep that in mind. You can use Lost Arise in combat, but please only do so when it's safe to do so. If you're not in danger from dying to a mechanic yourself, it's very important that you stay alive more than anybody else. Okay. The most simple way to get up, though, is re-raisers. So you should all have a re-raiser equipped. And when you die, there is a 70% chance that the re-raiser will get you straight back up. And it doesn't ask you if you want to get raised. So make sure that you don't go AFK if you die. If it gets you back up, immediately move towards a safe area. And then apply a new re-raiser immediately, so that if you die again, there's another 70% chance to get you up. Okay. The other way to get people up is Limit Break 3. DPS tanks, please don't use any limit breaks at all during this whole instance. We will hold the limit break for if we need limit break 3 for the healers to get everybody up, and we'll save it until the perfect moment. We don't want to use it randomly because you will blind the host who's doing the callouts, and they will not be able to see where is safe. So please don't use it randomly. All right. Tricycle Ruin is active. Fail any 3 mechanics and you will get doomed. Keep that in mind. Okay, so again, I just want to stress how important it is to use your Lost Font of Power and your Lost Font of Magic as soon as possible. Yeah, you can if you want, Zeph. That'd be great. Okay, let me talk about Trinity Seeker. Trinity Seeker is similar to normal mode, faster, hits harder, and combines mechanics together in some really shady and interesting ways. There is a raid wide here. Make sure to heal up your party before and after the raid wide, and there are some tank busters. The Merciful Arc is one that just needs to be mitigated, and the other one is Baleful Onslaughts. At the start of the fight, there'll be 2 Baleful Onslaughts in a row. The first one needs to be invulned, and you need to be behind the boss, and only the main tank in front of the boss. The second Baleful Onslaught will be with Phantom Edge, and only the main tank in front of the boss. Okay, now for the swords. Swords is one of the first thing we'll see, and basically the boss will cleave one half of the arena in the direction that the sword is glowing. He will tell you which order he's going to cleave in, and then he will execute them all in one go. So I may make a call out like left, left, right, right. Now these call outs are rune relative. If I call left, left, right, right, it means we're starting on the D side of the arena, very close to the boss, for 2 hits, and then we will move to the B side of the arena for 2 hits, very close to the boss. I may call out left, north, north, right, in which case you would start near D for 1 hit, move north for 2 hits, and then towards the east for 1 hit. Okay, so I'll use left and right, north and south combo to call out which is safe. Okay, and yes, wiggle check, make sure to move your characters. Verdant Path is a mechanic where the boss changes color and then starts other mechanics. One of them you'll need to be inside the hitbox. For one of them you'll need to stack up, and the other one is into cardinals. If it's into cardinals, you need to move away from the boss. Don't be in front, behind, or at his side. Seasons of Mercy. I should run the command in DRS one chat. Seasons of Mercy is a white orb that spawns. You need to look away from the white orb, dodge the ice grid, move away from the pink flower because it doubles in size, and then dodge the second ice grid. So look away from the orb, move away from the flower, and dodge the ice grids. Very, very important. That is the one that kills the most people. Okay. The other mechanic I'll talk about is the knockback and hide, and then we'll get going. Oh no, I need to talk about Sand and Stone as well. So knockback and hide is quite simple. You can see the 4 barriers on the arena, and they're in intercardinal positions. If it's knockback, stand in front of the barrier on a number. And if it's get behind, you need to get behind one of the barriers where I'm currently standing. Okay? So either in front or behind. If it's knockback, it's in front. If it's hide, it's behind. And then sand or stone. You can see the rings. There's 2 types of rings. There is a sand ring and a stone ring. I'll call out which one's safe. If the sand one is safe, I'll say stand on sand, yellow sand. If the stone is safe, I'll say stand on stone, blue stone. All right. Quite a lot of information. Listen to the call-outs. Make sure you're using your damage actions on cooldowns. Let's do ready checks. If you have any questions, press no on the ready check, and then ask in say, party, yell, or voice chat with the answer. Food is also a really cool thing to do here. Really helps with the stats. Haste gear. Okay, golems 2, golems 3, slimes 1, slimes 2, slimes 3, and golems 1 was ready about 6 years ago. Perfect.
Yes.
How do you want to do train stats? Thank you very much. So let's figure that out. We will do left to right on the roster. So the first one is going to be Asta. So Asta, you can apply the very first chain. Second one is Amelia, and third one is Kits. I am so sorry, Kits. I know you're the one that asked, but left to right is the fairest. And we have 1 ninja. We don't need to worry about mud. All right. Okay. I think we're good. I am going to start a countdown. And it's going to be 30 seconds. Right, 20 seconds.
If for any reason I die in this fight because it's my worst fight, Hollow will take over as M tank unless I am raised.
Casters, you can use Cure 4 now. Please use Cure 4 now. And Dervish, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, first up will be a raid wipe. Okay, heal up your parties, you can use Cure 4 as well. And we'll see swords. Okay, pay attention to where the swords are. These are room relative. And it's going to be north, north, south, south. Start on the north near A for 2 hits. After 2 hits, we go south towards C. North, north. And now we go south, south. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Dodging. Move away from the flower. Okay, raid wide is next. And I want everybody on A. Foyux, you can go towards C. No, sorry, inside the hitbox. Inside the hitbox, my bad. Okay, Foyux towards C, everybody on A. Foyux towards C and Invuln. Everybody behind the boss. Heal up the main tank. Everybody stay behind the boss. Stay behind the boss. And this is a solo tank buster. Awesome. The boss will move himself into the middle soon. If you've got any dead in your group, feel free to raise them. We're going to get ready to break our chains. Break your chains and then hide behind a barrier. Hide behind a barrier. Behind a barrier, behind a barrier. Everybody behind a barrier. Behind, behind. Okay, let's get back nice and close to the boss. Make sure we're super, super close. We're going to be dodging some of the dashes. hold your 2 minutes, because we are going to be moving. We're going to start at 4. Let's start at 4, everybody. We're going clockwise, and we'll go towards 1. Clockwise to 1. Everybody in front on 1. In front on 1. In front on 1. Okay, use your font of power, use your font of magic. Raid wide. Again, if you have any dead, feel free to raise them. But make sure you're using the font of magic. And everybody stack on the triangle. Everybody stack on the triangle in front of the boss. Awesome. Okay, the boss will move himself to the middle. Make sure to heal up your group. We'll see sand or stone next. We're going to dodge some AoEs. Dodge, 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 dodge. And everybody on sand. Everybody on sand. Everybody stand on the yellow sand. Okay, next sand or stone will be with an earth shaker. If you get one, move it away from the group. Do not overlap it. You can move it to the opposite side of the arena if you get an earth shaker. Everybody on stone. Everybody on blue stone. Everybody on stone. Earth shakers are going out. Move them to the opposite side. Stay on stone. Another set, everybody on sand, but earth shakers other side. Earth shakers other side. Okay, dodge the AoEs, back on the boss. Okay, next up is going to be intercardinals. Intercardinals numbers, so raid wide first. Raid wide first. And then we're going intercardinals. The numbers are safe. The numbers are safe. Go to 1, 2, 3, or 4. A is not safe. Perfect. Alright, back on the boss. Nice and close to the boss. Your font of power, font of magic should be coming up soon, so use it. Make sure you're using Cure 4 and Dervish too. Okay, and we are starting on A. We are starting on A. We are going anti-clockwise. And then we're going to do north, north, south, south afterwards. Okay, everybody move north. Everybody move north. It's north for 2 hits, and then south. Everybody move south. Look away from the orb. And we're going to get away from the flower. Okay, get ready to break your chains. Get ready to break your chains. Sprint if you have to. And then there'll be a raid wide on the boss. If you've got any dead in your group, raise them. Tank Buster is next. Everybody behind the boss. Stay behind the boss. And we are going to see next the swords with sand or stone. We are south, south, north, north. Start on C, south for 2 hits, and then north. Stand on stone. Everybody stand on stone. 1 hit. 2 hits. Everybody north, stand on sand. Everybody north, stand on sand. On sand. This round. Everybody stand on stone. Middle is stone. I'm going to look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. North is safe. If you have any dead in your group, get them up. Font of power, font of magic should be coming up soon. Make sure to use them. Do a raid wide, and then we'll be inside the boss's hitbox behind him. Inside the boss's hitbox behind him. Behind the boss. Alright. We'll see clones with knockback or hide. Okay, and the clone is on the left. And we we are going to hide behind one. Hide behind one. Everybody hide behind one. And then on the clone, it's north, north, south, south. Hide behind one. On the clone, we're going to start near one. North, north, south, south. On the clone. North, north. Move south. Okay, get ready to break the chains. And then healers, you can use limit break if you have any dead. Healers, use your limit break if you have any dead. Any dead, use your limit break now. Okay, I think we got everybody with that limit break, right? Yes.
I don't know.
I think we did.
Oh, I
Alright,
was
please don't go
limit
ahead.
setting
Please
there.
don't go ahead. There are traps. Let the duelist please find them. And do not forget your loot here.
Personal spoils.
I got a box.
Mhm. Oh, you got a box? Ah.
Yeah, I got a box. Right. So let the
I
duelist
almost-
find all 6 traps, please. All 6 traps before you go ahead.
I almost had a bad time. It was a bit dicey. Got hit by one of the line. You know when the clones drop down.
Yeah, the orange lines.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how I got hit by it. You think that with my ping it wouldn't happen, but it just.
Okay, Archon's sorting his thing with the jewel. Good luck, Archon. See you on the other
Yui,
side.
can you do the ready check for Golems 3? Oh yeah, don't worry about the notification that pops up. That's just the duelist.
Indeed. So we have Lizardman in front of us, Dahu. The majority of this fight is dodge orange, dodge orange, dodge orange. Keep dodging orange. There's so much orange on the floor. Keep dodging the orange. That is the majority of the fight, truly. The one exception I'll say to dodge orange is he does a big slappy on one side of the arena. Now, this big slappy hits a lot of the arena. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to be on the other side of the big slappy, but close to it. The reason is he does his telegraphed slappy and then follows up on the other side of the arena with an untelegraphed. So you dodge the first big orange and then move into it as soon as it disappears. Okay. The other thing that we'll see that's a little bit different from normal mode is Spitflame. And Spitflame puts numbers above random people's heads. Only 4 people though, and they will either be number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay. If you get 1, go to 1. If you get 2, go to 2. If you get 3, go to 3. If you get 4, go to 4. Wait for the boss to shoot a Spitflame at you. And then when the lion dies, that gives us a nice safe space to knock back to. I may have to change headset shortly. Okay.
Is it dying?
No, it just keeps cutting me out at certain words because of my dirty, funny accent. We'll wait for Archon to pull. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do ready checks in all groups.
All right, Golems 1 3.
And Paulo, you doing callouts?
I can do, yeah, sure.
Awesome. So Golems 3, Golems 1, Golems 2 are ready. Slimes 1 is ready. Slimes 2 is ready. As soon as Slimes 3 is ready, I'll do a yell countdown.
Unless Icon kills it beforehand. Either or. Make sure you jump so you don't get your kick hit.
There it is in the yell chat. You can see the countdown. And again, nobody needs that tank stance on apart from Felix, and she will tank Dahu near the middle.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
If you would like to stand on Vega during the roars, you can.
There you go, give yourself a bless.
Yay!
And let's go.
Right, first up, is going to do a lot of AoEs. Just look under crit and see if you have it for you. and move out a bit. We don't want the orange here. And now Adahu is going to dash. He is dashing towards south. Get away from south. Numbers are going to go out soon. Check if you have any numbers above your head. Take it to their positions. 1, 2, 2, yeah. 4 splits. And now after this, he's going to do a slappy. Dodge the slappy, move into it.
Fighting.
And now he's going to do a knockback, find a safe spot, and get knocked back to it. And he safe spot is good. He's going to rotate. We go behind him. He's going to do 5 splits. Just stay behind him. And some ads are going to spawn now. Make sure healers give some love to our floor tank.
Do not let me become a floor tank. I would prefer not to become one.
We can AoE down the ads and keep our main tank alive. And good out.
They lived.
Worth mentioning, if you missed your chest at Trinity Seeker for whatever reason, now is the last chance to get it. You cannot come back to get your chest at Trinity Seeker after this point. Cool.
I got steamrolled at the start.
Right, let's head to Queensguard and let's talk about Queensguard a little bit. I'll run the command. Lots of images going in the one chat, right? It's a little overwhelming. Don't worry, you'll be a-okay. All right. So here we are at Queensguard. If you're wondering what happened with the other place that opened up and closed down, Archon went and did the duel. And what the duel is basically it's a 1v1 fight versus a small boss and dodging mechanics, revealing traps, taking traps, all the good stuff that comes along with duels. And it gives them basically a double damage boost, which is fantastic and allows us to really be a little bit flexible here. Okay. And let's have a quick look what we have here. So here, our first tanks will be Felix herself. She'll be taking the warrior and then the gunner. Do we have a volunteer second tank who wants to tank Queensguard? And the knight and the soldier is what you'll be taking. Okay, Hollow. Zed, you want to do it? Hollow, do you want to let Zed do it?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good to me. All right, I'll mark Zed. So Zed, you'll be taking the knight and the soldier, please. The knight will be going into the middle, and the soldier will be going all the way to the edge. All right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, so here we are at Queensguard. So when we pull the bosses, all 4 of the Queensguard will be on screen, and when they reach 80%, whoever's going to tank, figure it out. Yeah, so when we pull the bosses, all 4 will be on screen until they reach 80%, and when they reach 80%, they will disappear. At this point, they will spawn 2 by 2. Okay, the warrior will be taken to the edge past the B marker, all the way to the edge, and then the knight will be taken into the middle. Okay, once this happens, The first mechanic we'll see is actually Spellforge and Steel Sting, and in DRS One Chat you can see some images for Spellforge and Steel Sting a bit further up. And what this effectively means is the bosses will make themselves immune to one damage, either physical or magical. Okay? We just need to make sure everybody in your party does the upper damage. Okay? So if they make themselves immune to physical damage, we need to all do magical damage. The way we do this is by giving everybody in your party Spellforge. I'm going to change my mic settings real quick. See, it's cutting out. All right. So yes, if they make themselves immune to physical damage, we need to do magical damage. So we give everybody in the party Spellforge. If they make themselves immune to magical damage, we need to do physical damage. We need to give everybody in the party Steel Sting. Okay. One of your healers should have Spellforge, and the other one should have Steel Sting. So keep that in mind. All right. After that, what we'll see is that because the two of them are on the field at the same time, they also need to die at roughly the same time. If one dies and the other one doesn't die, it starts casting in and rage cast. So we need to keep them within a few percentage points of each other. We also need to keep them far away from each other, because if they tether, they become unkillable. All right. After that, we'll see bombs. And during the bombs, it will either be knockback bombs, in which case we knock back from one of the letterway markers, or it will be bombs on the edge. And if it's bombs on the edge, we need to take one of the bombs on the edge. Now, there are two types of bombs, large and small. What you need to pay attention to is if you had a tether a few moments beforehand, or if you have the little scales debuff, okay? And then I'll make a call out, and it'll be something like, if you are tethered, take a large bomb, okay? If you weren't tethered, if you didn't have the scales debuff, then you do the opposite. Only if you were tethered and have the scales debuff do you do what I tell you to, okay? So, as an example, if it's knockback bombs, we'll knock back from one of the letters towards one of the safe spots. And then there'll be a call out, if you are tethered, go to large. If you don't have the scales debuff, you'll take one of the small ones from the knockback. Okay? Keep that in mind. We'll see boost on the warrior after that. Don't worry, that'll get dispelled nice and easily. We know that for sure. And then we will see a wind tether. The next type of tether is a large purple tether. And around about half of the raid will get this tether. If you get that tether, you'll be going to a wind green puddle. If you don't get the tether, you'll be going to a lightning purple puddle. We'll activate sprint, go towards the knight in the middle of the arena, and then it will have a claw around its feet. And the claws, there'll be 3 of them, and only one direction that doesn't have a claw. Okay? We go towards the direction that doesn't have the claw, and we'll either be inside the boss's hitbox or outside the boss's hitbox and far away. It'll be one of those two. So I'll call out the direction, and then I'll call out whether we need to be far away or close. Okay. Once both of those bad boys die, we'll have the soldier and the gunner. The gunner will be taken into the middle after the soldier has been taken to the side. We'll see fire frogs first. So we'll see some fire orbs spawn, 2 large, 2 small. We pay attention to the 2 small ones, and they will start moving shortly afterwards when they turn into frogs, and they'll create one safe spot for us to stand in. We go stand in that safe spot, and then we'll have a marker under our feet with an open side. We point that open side to the gunner in the middle. Once the gunner has done its AoE, we point the open side to a turret on the edge of the arena, but only one with an arrow facing towards you. It happens very quickly, so make sure to move your character towards the turret as soon as possible. We will see a turret spawn next. Turrets will spawn on B and D. Main tanks, are you both okay to pick up your own turrets and invuln your own sniper shot? Please let me know in Yell chat. That would be awesome.
Of course I am.
Cool. And that's great. Thank you very much. And these turrets need to die ASAP. Okay. We'll focus the one down on D first. And then after we've killed the turret at D, we'll go towards the one at B and kill that down really quickly as well. After that, fire or ice. If it's fire, stop moving, stop casting, put your weapons away, hands off your keyboard. No joke. You'll get 1 shot if you move during the fire phase. If it's ice, make sure to keep moving. You need to spin around the boss if you have to. Casting doesn't work, so Black Mages, I'm sorry, please use triple cast. You need to keep moving no matter what. All right, and the third phase, this is the important one. Make sure to wiggle your characters so that you don't get kicked from the instance. Okay? The third phase is the super important one. Okay, there are some images in run chat, and what you'll see is the last image is the reflect orbs image. The reflect orbs are handled by the healers. All healers in all parties right now, you should be having a discussion about which Reflect Orb you want to take. Okay. And when I say Reflect Orb, what you need to do as a healer is you need to go to the spot that you have spoke to your healer about. Okay, you can see the image in run chat. Go to the spot that you have spoken to your healer about, your co-healer. Stand on that spot, and when the orb spawns, the orb is called a spiritual sphere. You activate a light curtain from your holster. Okay, you should have a number of light curtains with you. You can also drag the light curtain out of your holster onto your hotbar and activate it there. All right. Once your light curtain is on, you'll get reflect. You just need to stand inside the AoE that the spiritual sphere does. It will reflect the damage back at it, killing it immediately. Okay. The light curtain does consume 1 GCD, so don't try and do other actions whilst you're doing that as well. Okay, so all healers should have had or be having that conversation now. Okay, these reflect orbs will happen twice. So healers, you will need to deal with that twice. At the same time, the first reflect orb spawn will also have some aura spheres. The aura spheres spawn the north side of the arena past A and the south side of the arena past C. I need 2 tanks to basically nominate themselves for the north one and the south one. I'm not too concerned about north 2 and south 2. Okay, Hollow, do you want north 1? And Axel, do you want south 1, please? For these aura spheres, you basically, as a tank, need to go up to them. You need to provoke with your tank stance on and keep aggro. All of the DPS will be killing the aura spheres in north and south, okay? When these aura spheres die, they do a deadly attack on the tanks, so need to make sure that the tanks inform them. We'll see 2 aura spheres and 2 sets of reflect orbs, okay? In the time that the aura spheres are not on the field, you'll be killing the ethereal wards that have spawned at 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? They will have shields up. Only attack on the unshielded side. If they have no shields, you need to stop attacking. They'll have 2 shields up, only attack at the unshielded side. So that means no assizes, no dances. I do apologise. It sucks, but focus on 1 at a time, please. All right. I think that pretty much covers everything. Party leaders, make sure that the conversation around reflect orbs has happened. If it hasn't happened, make it happen. Even if we need to link them. Let's do ready checks.
Golem's 1 ready.
Okay. Just waiting for 1 group. Okay. Good. Okay, all groups are ready. So tank 1 and 2, you can put your tank stances on.
Okay, I'll put mine off.
And countdown has begun. You can put Spellforge and Steel Sting on your party members now. Nice and early. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can AoE these guys down. Make sure to clump them up close together. And the first raid wide is coming out now. Make sure to keep the tanks nice and healthy as well. And you can use Cure 4 to make sure everybody's got bravery in your party now. And do we see the second raid wide? We might. Make sure you're using your font of power, your font of magic. And the warrior will go to the side, and after that, the knight will go into the middle. Warrior to the side, and then knight into the middle. Okay, apply Steel Sting to everybody in your party. Apply Steel Sting to everybody in your party. Steel Sting, Steel Sting. Okay. And we will see bombs, and it will be bombs on the edge. Yay. Okay. Check if you have a tether. If you are tethered, you are taking a small bomb. If you are tethered, take a small bomb on the edge, on the edge, on the edge. Tethered, take a small bomb on the edge, otherwise take a large. Alright, if you fall down first, move to an old explosion now. And back on the bosses. If you have any dead, please raise them. And after this boost, we'll need a dispel.
Dispel.
And then a raid one. Dispel, please. Dispel, please.
Oh. Didn't go off.
Healed up.
There.
Heal up. Cure
Sorry.
4 casters. Please use Cure 4.
I pressed dispel. Apparently it was too soon.
Alright, we should be getting tethers on about half the raid now. If you are currently tethered, you'll be going to a green puddle. If you are currently tethered, you are going now to a green puddle, otherwise go to lightning. Activate sprint. Everybody wants sprint. We're going towards the middle, and then we're going to go away from the knight on the seaside. Go past C, past C. We'll need another dispel on the warrior in a moment. And a bit more DPS on the knight, please.
Dispel. There you go.
Alright, damage is equal. We are good. Make sure to heal up. Tank busters. And if you haven't used your power font magic recently, please do it now. A lot more on the warrior. Stop attacking the knight. Stop attacking the knight. Stop attacking the knight. No more damage on the knight. Kill the warrior. Kill the warrior ASAP. And it's Spellforge now, sorry. Spellforge. Apply Spellforge to everybody in the party. Kill the warrior. Kill the warrior. Alright. We're good. We're going to have the soldier go to the side, and then afterwards the gunner to the middle. Soldier to the side first. And gunner into the middle now.
We'll move eventually.
Okay. Fire frogs first. We're going to be paying attention to the 2 small fire frogs. Let's see where they move to. Okay, and we are going to 4. Everybody towards 4. Everybody towards 4. You can put your open side to the gunner, who's in the middle. Open side to the gunner in the middle. Open side to the gunner. And now point your open side to a turret on the side. Alright, back on the bosses. If you have any dead, please raise them. Tank Buster is coming out next. And Raid White. Alright, make sure to keep Cure 4 up. And if you've got Power Font Magic, you can use them. The turret will be spawning in about 10 seconds. We're going to focus the one at D first. And the turrets are spawning now. Tanks, please pick up the turrets. We're going to burn them down, And now we can focus the other turret near B.
I've been boned.
And Raid 1. Alright, focus a little bit more on the gunner, please. And next we'll see fire or ice. It's fire. Stop moving, stop casting. Hands off your keyboard now. No moving. And back on the bosses. Okay, you can spread damage across both of them, please. No more attacking the gunner. We're going to kill the soldier first. Healers, you can probably go to your reflect positions already. Tanks, north 1, south 1, pop your tank stance on. North 1, south 1 tanks, pop your tank stance on. Healers, go to your reflect positions. Alright. Tanks, north 1, south 1, pick up the aura sphere. Everybody damage down the aura spheres. Healers, use light curtains now. Light curtains now, healers. I know the healers is in the wrong spot. Alright, kill the ethereal wards, only attack on the open side. No assizes, no dances. Make sure to keep Cure 4 up on your party. Stop attacking the wards, stop attacking them, stop attacking them. And now only attack on the open side. All tanks, put your tank stances on. Healers, use light curtains now. All tanks, pick up the aura spheres. All DPS, kill the aura spheres. And if you get a red dot, invuln. Pop an invuln. And we're going to kill the ethereal wards. If you have any dead, use healer limit right now. Last chance for healer limit right now. Use it now, use it now. We got everybody up.
That was a good timed one.
It was very good time delivery.
Mm.
Alright, there's 2 pieces of loot here, so make sure to pick up both pieces of loot. Thank you, Archon, for doing the jewel. Means we get some more loot. Loot, 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 loot.
There's no traps ahead, so don't worry.
And then healers, you can now start away Spellforge or Steel Sting. We need 1 person to equip Banish. If you're a healer and you have Banish in your holster, please equip Banish and just let me know in Yell chat that you've equipped it.
It's Deception that's the lucky one, right? For the fragments.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're lucky, you can also get the Deception one from the chest as well. Generally, you'll just get lost. Well, you'll always get lost.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alright, okay, so we've got some Banish. Banish just needs to be kept up on the boss. It's a debuff on the boss that lasts 60 seconds. So just keep it up. If it's about to run out, then just reapply it. It helps us kill the boss a lot quicker. Alright, so yes, I can see a few people have it, that's great. Perfect. Alright, so this fight's a little bit different from normal mode. We have to respect the mechanics here, we have to respect the shapes. It's very, very important. So, for instance, the donuts that take you from the north side of the arena to the south side of the arena, we have to be inside them, we have to respect them. There's no safe spot for them. Okay? So, when we pull the boss, we'll apply Banish first, and then after that there'll be a raid wide, and we'll either go to Alpha or Delta. Okay? The donuts will spawn on either Alpha or Delta, and then we'll follow the donuts down to the south side of the arena where the other waymarks are. Okay? When you reach the number waymarker, stop moving. You don't need to go any further. If you go any further, you will actually walk into the wall and die. Okay. So yes, you follow the donut down to the south side. Don't move any further than the numbered waymarker, and then we'll do some dancing back and forth between the numbered waymarkers. That will be like pretty much the majority of it, unless we see the ads. And I'll quickly explain the ads because I'm hoping we don't see them. But essentially, there are 2 types of ads: red and white. Everybody can kill the red ones. The healers, you need to focus on healing the white ones. There's 3 rounds of these ads if we see them, so we need to make sure that we keep healing the white ads. Alright, tanks, all turn your tank stance off apart from Phoenix. She will need her tank stance on, but nobody else needs their tank stances on until minor, anyway. Right. Ready checks. After this fight, there are traps, and we will also be taking a comfort break, so don't worry too much. There will be a comfort break soon.
One thing you can do during the raid wide, you can also gamble between going A or D. Because it's either or, like Vega said. If you would like to, you know, try your luck, you can try. You can try then. Just make sure you don't step on the wall.
It's not my run, so it's not going to be A.
I mean, it was my run. Like I think it was A last time, wasn't it? I can't remember the 13th. Did we have? Was it D or A? I can't remember.
Maybe that was a while back.
Yeah.
We've got golems 1, 2, and 3 ready. Slimes 1 ready. Is the person who didn't respond hollow? Are they outside the arena?
No, they are not.
Don't suppose one of your healers can rescue them outside the arena.
Okay, everybody's ready. Perfect. There's the countdown, 30 seconds. Those that have got banish at 3 seconds, you can start casting it on the boss, that's fine. You can use Cure 4 now on your party, give them more damage boost. You can use Dervish now, give everybody a damage boost. And let's go. Alright. First up is a measly, crappy Raid Wide. And if your healer casts a range, you can go to either A or D and gamble already. And which one you think is going to be the safe spot. Make sure to heal up the party. Refresh Cure 4 if you have it. And it's Delta. Everybody to Delta, everybody to Delta, DDD, everybody to Delta.
Remove Gamble Delta, congratulations, you've won.
There will be a donut that spawns soon. We are going to follow it down. Follow it down, follow it down. All the way to the number 4. When you get to number 4, stop. Stop at the number 4. And now we'll move to number 3. Everybody to number 3. Still haven't used your Font of Power, Font of Magic, then you can use it now. Okay. And we will be staying here for 3 pulses. 1, 2, 3. Everybody move to 4. A lot of people walking through doo-doo.
They went to 2, which was acceptable as well.
Yeah, I know they just threw it to the other side. Doesn't matter that. But if you did die, please put on a re-raise. There are traps. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Traps. Okay. If you don't have perception, I do not want you to go past the door. Let the trapper please find the traps. There are 2 traps upstairs and 4 traps downstairs. Okay, be very careful. If you don't see any traps, you're going to stop moving right now. There are 4 traps downstairs. 4 traps downstairs, 2 traps upstairs. Again, be very careful of the traps. Be very, very careful of the traps.
That's a decently backup mini. Oh, these aren't you? Oh, that explosion trap's awful.
Yeah, they're all... And these aren't the greatest positions. Horrible.
Well, this one is probably the worst one.
This one's
Do you want me
particularly
to-
bad because you go around the corner to the left and you don't see it until you turn the corner.
Do you want me to? I can put my invuln since we have a break and just
No,
explode
no.
this one.
It's fine.
I'm just gonna do it.
Nobody's going to be coming back here.
That's okay. I did it. It's fine.
All right. So here we are at Trinity of Bad. I'm going to drop the way markers and physical excellence. If you could please pop physical excellence on after mimicking Font of Power. And we're going to take a break. Break until 21. Okay, so come back at 21 minutes past the hour. We'll be doing ready checks and explanations at that point. You can already see the images in run chat if you want to see them. All right.
For those who Yes, for those who are staying in the VC, I am now starting the Break Time podcast, where our schedule is inconsistent as me during these runs. For the first talk of the day, I've got nothing else to talk about. Please send in your questions. Who was my first podcast guest? Myself. Mayonnaise and Instruments. Patrick. The pineapple on pizza? I don't eat pizza. What does glass taste like? Why does glass taste like blood if you eat it? Because you're bleeding. Oh, why don't I eat pizza? This is more of a psychological thing. It's autism, that jazz. I expect like tomato base on a pizza, but like I'm get sick of tomatoes. So yeah, dessert pizza's fun though. Will I catch a real whale today? No. Have you hit the Kingdom Star in real life? No. What's your stance on garlic bread? The best thing ever. Does Sento have 2 rib cages? Yes. What is in my perfect sandwich? Toasted ham and cheese. These are great questions. I love it. Keep shooting them. This is. I'll answer them shot fire if I have to. What's the West Trial FF14? Why is it Bismarck Extreme? Because it's Bismarck Extreme. You don't need to know that. How I feel about Blizzard Entertainment. Anything other than disgust is probably wrong. What's my favorite floor texture? You'll have to find out. You can't get answers from me that easily. Hello. Probability and 2 centos get together resolve human or a horse. I mean, 0%. You should try pizza on. I don't know what that is. The thing is that if it's like anything other than tomato base, like I just reject it. But like since I get sick because of tomatoes, because tomato base is mainly like a puree of tomatoes. Yeah, no, it's still it's still the same issue though. There. Yeah. Will I be hitting? No. I will not be hitting the Gangnam Style one day. That's not happening. Yeah, no. The thing is that I expect the tomato sauce with pizza. It's a whole thing. Isn't it just Lalfa who went through puberty? No, maybe. They do both have the elf years. Depression. Does the 5-second? No. I don't think liquids are. You don't no with liquids no. And soup is technically a liquid. I mean, I guess if you're talking about the chunky parts of a liquid, I mean of a soup, then maybe. But like liquidy parts, no. Is BA soup a liquid? What do you mean by BA soup? Is my question. That doesn't. No. That doesn't answer. Okay. I'll pretend I understand. Thank you for your generous words, Feluna. Does the 5-second rule count even if you drop your food and no? Especially that no. Do you drink soup or shoot it with like water? Depends, I guess. Like, it could be. I have done BA, I've done Eureka a lot. I just don't know names sometimes. Oh, support group. Oh, right. No, they don't count as a liquid. Oh, Alpha, no, easy. Just like, I have. It's not even a question. Precious boy. Fuck off. Zed, you have your opinions. Cat girls or cat girls? Why him? I don't know. I just. Look. Yes, thank you. I understand what soup is now. Thank you, Victoria. Red LSE is even. Well, considering Red LSE is LSE, I don't know what you mean. Which city-state? Gridania, because it reminds me of New Zealand, and that's where I'm from. Have I played Ultra Kill? No. But my favorite roulette type would be Alliance Raid, because I like fighting for aggro when I tank.
All right. People should be returning now, so let's do some ready checks.
Well, yeah. Also, jump if you have come back. Just make sure you wiggle all that jazz. Apparently, they've liked my break time podcast. Is Gangnam Style mechanic in the Queen fight? It depends on what you're defining as Gangnam Style there. Some can say that the normal chess part is the Gangnam Style of the Queen mechanics. For Doc Soup, what do you mean by Doc Soup? I don't know. I just gave the facts. We are missing Soul. Soul, if you've joined the party, please write R in chat.
We're also missing 2 from columns 2. We're missing Slimes 2 as well. If you haven't seen a register check guy in your group, then just do one, please, and let me know in the live chat.
I am the only one who does the break time podcast. So any runs that I'm in, that's when they're happening. Any other time, they don't exist.
Fun fact, if you come do DRS on Freaks' birthday, you're pretty much guaranteed to have her here.
Yeah, that is the guarantee, yes. Sadly, it's already passed for the year, so good luck.
Okay, Golems 2, could we fire another register check there, please?
No, this is more of a. Sometimes I'll, host a run. Sometimes it'll just happen.
So like I say, like it's a guarantee she'll be here for her birthday, but it's not a guarantee that if she's here, it is her birthday.
Well, thank you for the happy birthdays, I guess.
Apparently today's your new birthday.
Yeah.
We live with that. We ship that.
I mean, considering the fact that I joined the server on my birthday, and I didn't know that I did that, to be honest. Yeah. I've honestly probably gotten more happy birthdays like this run than I did my birthday run.
Alright.
Mainly because we didn't really advertise it then.
We're gonna do explanations. Pretty much all the people that are here are all newbies. We've only got one vet missing, I think. So let's go. Let's go. Alright, the raid warriors in this fight are fatal. They're called Glory of Bozja, and they give you a nasty bleed and they do a fuck ton of damage. So every group should have one tank that has Ether Shield, at least. Okay? If you're a newbie in a group and you're a tank, you are expected to put Ether Shield on. At this point, you need Font of Power and Ether Shield, please. Font of Power and Ether Shield.
Every group should have a newbie tank in it?
Indeed. So please make sure every group has one person with Ether Shield. That would be great. Okay, so the raid ward is called Glory of Bozja. It hurts a lot. And the tank boss set is called Wrath of Bozja, and this needs to be taken by 3 or more tanks, and it's just a big red circle stack marker, so when that happens, the tanks need to be in front of the boss with the main tank. Make sure to share the damage. Okay. The main mechanic of this fight is called Hot and Cold, and the Hot and Cold is fairly simple but can get fairly complex. But one thing I will say is, if you have a Hot and Cold debuff, never attempt to use Arise, okay? Because if you Arise somebody, they may Arise into one of the Hot and Cold mechanics and die again instantly. So please only use Arise between mechanics. Okay. Now, Hot and Cold, rather simple, like I explained, but the way this works is she will use Hot and Cold, and she will give you one of 4 debuffs, either Hot 1, Hot 2, Cold 1, or Cold 2. Basically, the way you resolve that is you need to make sure that you get hit by a mechanic that is the opposite of what you have. So, if she gives you a Cold 1, Hot and Cold, you need to get hit by a Hot 1 mechanic. Okay? That sounds simple in theory, but the mechanics can be a little bit difficult. And I'll explain the weapons and the mechanics now in an order, but the weapon order is random. For staff away, you need to move away from the boss. She will give everybody a hot and cold, figure out what you need to get hit by, and she will give everybody a force march. Now, force march always takes you 2 tiles in the direction that it's taking you. If you're standing on C, where I am currently jumping, and you are looking north, and she gives you a force march that goes left, it will take you left 2 tiles across the arena, all the way over here, okay? Force march is always 2 tiles unless you use a movement style ability like sprint or swift. Okay, so you'll have a hot and cold. Will be in the middle, and she will give you a force march. You need to force march away from the middle towards the meteor. That is the opposite of your hot and cold. Okay, so if you've got hot 1, you need to force march to a cold 1 meteor from the middle towards the corners. Okay, mechanic over, and then after every weapon she does a raid wide, so ether shields up. Next weapon I'll explain is sword in front. You need to get in front of the boss. And then she will start her sword mechanic by moving between 2 and 3. She'll give everybody a hot and cold, look at your hot and cold, figure out what you need to get hit by, and then she will disappear, summoning clones. Each of the clones will have a sword, and they will all cleave at the same time. The 4 clones will generate 1 safe spot, either 1, 2, 3, or 4, that will never get hit by any of the swords. Okay? That safe spot will never get hit. For the first swords, if you want, you can stand in the safe spot and look around to try and figure out where you should get hit. Each of the clones have 1 sword of each element, okay? To resolve it, find out which sword you need to get hit by, find out which hand it's in, stand in the safe spot, and then move 1 tile out of the safe spot towards where that sword is, okay? If you move 2 tiles, you might die. If you move into cardinal, you will definitely die. So if the safe spot is 4, you'll either want to move to 1, D, 3, or south of 4, okay? Depending on which sword you need to get hit by. If you stand on 2, you'll die. It's a guarantee. Money back guarantee. Okay. That sword hits twice, so again, in the first one, if you can't figure it out, try again on the second one. Next mechanic is a bow behind. You need to be behind the boss, and then she'll do a tank buster on the tank. So every tank in front with light cooldowns. And then she'll give everybody, no, she won't give everybody a hot and cold. What she'll do is she'll give everybody a force march, okay? She will then summon a firewall, and we will force march from the middle away from the firewall, okay? So point your force march away from the firewall, we'll go away from it. We'll then have 1 row and 1 column to play on, and she'll give you a hot and cold then. Look at your hot and cold, figure out what you need to get hit by, and look at the arrows on the other side of the arena. The arrows do not glow like in normal mode, okay? These arrows will go down the ladder, and they will take every turn that they encounter on the ladder. They will not glow up to tell you where they land. If you need to stop DPS to focus on where the arrow is landing at the end of the ladder, then please do so. So follow it down the ladder, taking every single turn that it encounters, and then go and stand on the tile that the arrow you need to get hit by lands on. Okay? Stand there, wait until the arrow hits you, mechanic over, ether shields up for the raid 1. Now that's all 3 of the weapons. I'll explain what happens next, because next we see all 3 weapons again with a hot and cold, but as an addition we also get a elemental brand. Okay? She'll give you your hot and cold, and then she'll give you the elemental brand, which is similar to the hot and cold debuff, but it can be adjusted. Okay? So the objective of this set of mechanics now is to look at your hot and cold and make sure your elemental brand is the opposite of your hot and cold by the end of the mechanic. So if she gives you a hot and cold of hot 1, your elemental brand at the end of the mechanic needs to be cold 1, because that means they cancel each other out and you survive the mechanic. And
make sure to jump so you don't get AFK killed.
That is for the next 3 weapons. And yes, don't get kicked from the instance. Now would be a very sucky time to get kicked. Okay, now I'll explain what is different with each of the weapons. The majority of things stay the same, but I'll explain what's different. For staff, again, you do staff away, move away from the boss. She'll summon the meteors in the corners, but as well as the meteors, she will summon adds on the east side and the north side, and they will do lines across the arena. You'll no longer force march to the meteor that you need to land in. You need to move them manually, and only 1 tile in each corner will be safe. I'll try to call out which tile is safe. It might be outside corner white, it might be inside corner white. It might be the green ones next to C or A. It might be the green ones next to B or D, okay? But there's only one tile in each corner that's safe. You don't want to stand in 2 meteors either, only stand in 1. Okay, for sword, nothing much is different apart from your hot and cold and your elemental brand. She'll disappear again between 2 and 3. I'll call that the safe spot. You may need to get hit twice because she may give you a hot to hot and cold and a hot to elemental brand, okay? In order to neutralize it, you would need to get hit by cold 2 times in a row. So keep that in mind. For bow, again, it's bow behind the boss. No tank buster this time and no force march. We will go away from the fire, sprinting away from the fire to either B or D. And then she will summon, she'll give you hot and cold and elemental brand. Add them together, figure out what single element you need to get hit by to resolve that. You may need to get hit by no arrow. If you need to get hit by no arrow, follow the blank spot on the other side of the arena all the way down the ladder. And then be 2 tiles away from where you need to get hit by, okay? So once you've followed your arrow down, move 2 tiles away from it, you'll have a force march. You need to force march to the tile that your arrow lands on. You'll get hit by the arrow, survive the mechanic. Okay? So make sure you're pointing your force march to the tile that you need to get hit by, and it's 2 tiles away. Alright, that was a speed run of all of the TA mechanics. It's very important that you pay attention to your hot and cold. One thing I will say is the temperature gauge above your head is not accurate when you have elemental brand. If you have your debuff bar, which has the resurrection restricted and the duties as assigned debuff, your hot and cold and your elemental brand will always appear near that. Alright. Let's do ready checks. Does anybody have shell? If you have shell and you can equip it, please come and stand on the plus marker. Helly, you can do that, yeah? Did you say? No, or were you asking for it? Yeah, you were asking for it. Okay. All of the healers should have a shell in their holster. If you are going to equip it, please come and stand on the plus and then equip it. Perfect.
The plus is at the back.
Yes.
It's just hard to see because of the name limit.
Indeed. If you want shell, please come to the bridge. Once you have shell, please go inside the arena. If you do not want shell, please go inside of the arena.
Pick a cheeky shell.
Thank you for the prompt again. Shell was really good. Yeah, if you're a newbie or you have less than 6 HP stacks, go and get shell. No exceptions. And I do have shell for Queen.
We do have one Pokeball happening.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That just happened. Hopefully it's just a tab out or something, but we'll see in a few moments.
Mm-hmm. They are outside the arena, so... Oh, nope, they're gone. There they go. Disappeared from sight.
Skipping a trash boss, not a problem. Skipping a full boss, it's not an experience I want people to have.
Yeah, that's fair.
All
it's
right,
just, you know, in case of emergency, they were outside.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for handing out that shell. That's actually extremely useful. And last call for shell. If you want shell, please come and stand on the plus. It is the very last call, okay?
Final call for the shell.
Give
It'll be departing soon.
Right, we're going to wait for that DC to come back. When they come back, please fire out a ready check and do let me know. And then we'll get going pretty much immediately. Please don't tab out.
Yeah, I did type my my group was ready. That's good, that's good.
Do we also have slimes 2 ready? I haven't... Well, if I
I
missed
don't know. You did not miss that. Slime 2 is now ready. Oh yes, we do have extra re-raisers if we need them. There is a castable version. If people have, for whatever reason, run out of their raise. Pretty sure multiple people here have that.
We're not gonna worry about that too much here until we should be okay. DC is back. The Slimes 3 group. When the person starts moving, if you could do another ready check. Everybody else, you should be tabbed into the game, ready to go.
It's alright, don't worry. It happens.
And everybody's ready, so I'm going to start a countdown. Food up. Food up, food up, food up. Foods give you extra stats. Extra stats means more damage. More damage equals more weapons skipped. And if you want excellence, Shimo is at the back with the bind. They have excellence if you want to mimic it off them. Cure 4 casters, you can use Cure 4 now. Use Cure 4 now on your whole party. Give everybody the bravery. And Dervish, now please. 4, 3, 2, main tank pull. Let's go. Alright, Tank Buster first. All tanks in front of the boss with light cooldowns, please. And then Ether Shields up. Ether Shields up. Ether Shields up. Cure 4 casters, you can use Cure 4 now on your party.
Hang on. Need it.
And staff away. Everybody move away from the boss. Use Cure 4, please, to heal at your party. Staff away, staff away. Alright, we're going to get nice and close to the boss. And then it's going to be... on C. Everybody on C. Towards C. Okay? It's sword in front, but she's tilted. And next will be bow behind. Everybody stay where you are. You're good. Bow behind, bow behind.
I got aggro book.
Alright. Okay, we are going to get a quick march. Remember, quick march takes us 2 tiles. Quick march takes us 2 tiles. Tanks in front, sorry, tanks in front. Look at your quick march, figure out where it's taking you. We are going away from the fire. The fire is spawning now. Quick march away from D towards B. Quick march towards B. If somebody dies, you can rescue them out. Rescue anybody who revives. And look at your hot and cold. Your hot and cold is now up. Please look at your hot and cold. No more raising. Okay, and the arrow that spawned, follow the arrow you need to get hit by. And stand where it lands. You need to follow it down the ladder. Alright, heal up. Use Cure 4 if you have to. And then Ether Shields up. Ether Shields up. Ether Shields up. Keep healing. And pull the boss into the middle. Next is going to be staff away, staff away. Staff away, move away from the boss. Okay, we can get nice and close to the boss again. On 3 is probably going to be good. No more raising. Okay, look at your hot and cold, figure out what you need to get hit by. Everybody in the middle. The meteors are spawning. And force march to the meteor that resolves your hot and cold. Force march to the meteor that resolves your hot and cold. Meteor takes you 2 tiles from the middle. Alright, back on the boss, heal up, use Cure 4 if you have to. And Ether Shields up. Ether Shields up. Ether Shields up now. Ether Shields up. Cure 4 casters, you can use Cure 4 again. Make sure everybody's got bravery and heal up. And next is going to be sword in front. Everybody in front of the boss on 2. In front of the boss on 2. Keep healing. Alright, the boss is going to disappear soon. If you've got any burst, keep hold of it for now. I'll call that the safe spot, and you're only moving 1 tile away from that safe spot, remember. Do not go into cardinal. You want to go up, down, left, or right. Okay, and the first safe spot is number 3. First safe spot is number 3. Be on 3 or 1 tile away. Do not stand on 1. Do not stand on 1, you will die. Okay, and the second safe spot is number 1. Number 2. Second safe spot is number 2. The second safe spot is number 2. Either be on 2 or 1 tile away. Okay, make sure to heal up. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Ether shields up, ether shields up, ether shields up in all groups, ether shields up. Don't forget to use your font of magic, font of power, cure 4 casters. You can use cure 4 and your party now. And next we're having bow behind, so everybody south of the arena. Everybody south of the arena. Okay, we won't see a tank cluster this time. We're going to dodge the clones, either 1 or 4. We're between 1 and 4. We're going to 1, everybody to 1, everybody to 1. Then we're going to activate sprint, and then we're going to go towards B. Go to B now. Everybody to B. Everybody to B. Wow, okay. Alright, look at your hot and cold. Look at your elemental brand. Figure out what single element resolves both of them for you. And look at your force march. Force march takes you 2 tiles, okay? Find out where the arrow you want to get hit by lands, and be 2 tiles away from it, okay? 2 tiles away from it. Find out where it lands, be 2 tiles away from it, and point your force march at it now. A lot of death. Okay. Heal up. Ether shields up. Ether shields up. Ether shields up. Ether shields up. Right, if you've got dead, please raise them. Tanks on the wall. Tanks on the wall. Everybody else away. Again, if you've got any dead, raise them. And we are staff away. Everybody move away from the boss. 3 is going to be relatively safe. Okay, no more raising. No more raising. No more raising. Hot and cold is coming out. Okay, look at your hot and cold. And now look at your elemental brand. Add them together. Figure out what single element resolves both of them. Everybody into the middle. Everybody into the middle. You're going to need to manually move to the meteor that resolves your hot and cold. And the green north-south of B for BD is safe. East-west green tiles. That was a shitty call, that. Alright. Everybody in the middle. Ether shields up. Ether shields up first. Heal, heal, heal. Ether shields up and heal. And then we are going to use healer limit break now. Get everybody up. Everybody up. Everybody up. Healer limit break. Keep healing, and then everybody on 3. Everybody on 3. It's going to be sword in front next. Keep healing, keep damaging, and we will be A-okay.
Though I wouldn't mind seeing sword. I like sword.
Nope. Nope.
I know.
Nope. Nope.
Sad.
Spicy.
Anyway. Yeah, it was a little bit... Anyway, don't go ahead. Do not go ahead.
Yes, please don't go ahead. The wall that killed everybody, I just checked quickly. My latency went up to like 120 milliseconds. I've got a feeling that something may have happened at that moment.
Yeah.
Horrific. Okay, I'll let the next people raise. Okay, so if you haven't done this fight before, please come and stand on the plus or the triangle on the south of the arena. Please come stand on the triangle,
The triangle is your friend.
Yes. If you don't have a re-raiser and you died, please slot one now. And then you can follow the triangle.
Hello.
You're going to be taking a
Follow
track together.
me. Do the wiggle. Alright, okay. Everyone who is everyone get close to it, but don't step on it. Just get close. Very close. It's a very small radius. Just get very close. Very close. Very close. You cannot lick it just yet. A little bit closer, Mickey. Artemis, a bit closer. Very close. Very close. You can now lick it if you wish to. And now we make our... Oh, Ren, if you want to take the other one, there's the other one in the hallway over there, in the doors. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. You're good. All right, mini army, let's go. The Lalafels, when everyone is mini, are the tallest out of every race by a long shot.
Make sure to pick up your loot. Make sure to pick up your loot.
Oh, hello, mini army coming through. Hello.
So small.
So tiny. If I could get like a Peltion, that'd be great. No? Okay. It's fine. I'll just suffer the slow. Yeah. I'll get it. I'll get it. Yep. Give me medicine.
Keep going,
I
keep
can't
going.
get in very easily.
Yeah. Only the first person can. Okay, there are traps, there are traps, there are traps, there are traps. There are traps. Okay, when you go down the stairs, you'll see the plus marker. You will not be going past the plus marker. You will not be going past the plus marker. Okay? Now, a physical ranged who maybe has 2 or 3 dervish left, if you could please slot in perception here and stand on the plus marker. If you have a few dervish left, slot in your perception over dervish.
Fair warning to any minis, you will move faster after you become unmini, so it shouldn't matter if you're staying still.
Okay, perfect. All right, AV, nobody else follow me, but AV, if you could come stand here and use perception again. And follow me again and use perception here. Perfect. And then AV, if you follow me, past this door, there will be 1 more trap on the gangway, so don't pass me. Use it from here. Perfect. All right, there's 3 traps total. There's 3 traps total. Dodge all 3 traps. We are going towards the Minotaur Arena. Okay, guess I found my first kiter.
I'll get my my trap up.
It's not that. I spotted somebody using their invuln, so they obviously won't have an invuln for the trapping. Okay, so kiters. Let me have a look. So we've got Hollow and Zed. Pelly, can I please get you on number 1? If you could kite number 1. And Shunami, could I get you to kite number 3, please? Thank you. Shunami, you'll need to use your provoke as well, so keep that in mind. All right, so Trapper 1 will be Freaks herself. That's great. Trapper 2 will be... let's have a look. Trapper 2 will be Kit Katsune. So, Kit, if you could put the bind 2 above your head, that would be great. Trapper 3 will be Nico Art. So, I'll put the bind above your head. And Trapper 4 will be Mayo. All right, if I could have all the numbered kiters on the right-hand side here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if I could have the trappers on the left-hand side here. Just so I can see your names clearly when I'm doing explanations, that would be great.
I don't know if Kit Katsune is here.
Maybe, maybe not.
Kit Katsune?
Yeah, if you could come stand on the left with the rest of the binds, please. That would be great. Thank you. All right, perfect. All right, so here we are at Steve. Why do we call him Steve? Because his name is too long to pronounce correctly, so he's known as Steve, and that's how it is. Okay. Steve is dangerous. Steve is very, very dangerous. The reason he's dangerous is he has lots of mechanics that will basically kill you in one shot, and they are very difficult to explain until you see them. And also, there is no limit break 3 in this fight, so we need to make sure that we get people up as fast as we can. And the boss phase isn't actually the dangerous phase. The actual dangerous phase is the ads phase. Okay. So, why do we have 4 tanks on the right and 4 tanks on the left? So the 4 tanks on the right, that is Pelly, Zed, Shunamin, and Hollow. You are kiting tanks, okay? So when we pull the boss, after he gets down to 70%, he will summon some ads. Pelly will go to 1, Zed will go to 2, Shunamin will go to 3, and Hollow will go to 4. Okay, you are kiting ads. You will basically pick up the Minotaurs that spawn on your cardinal position, and you will move clockwise with them towards the next number. So clockwise around the arena. Okay, trapping tanks. Foyux, you'll go to 1 and stay there until the traps spawn. Kit, you will go to number 2, and you will stay there until the traps spawn. Nico, you will go to 3 and stay there until traps spawn. And Mayo, you will go to number 4 and stay there until traps spawn. When the traps spawn, I'll call it out, traps have spawned. You need to activate sprint, then activate your invulnerability skill, okay? And then you need to sprint clockwise to the next number, okay? So Phoenix will be sprinting from 1 to 2. Kit, you'll be sprinting from 2 to 3. Nico, you'll be sprinting from 3 to 4. And Mayo, you'll be sprinting from 4 to 1. Okay? That will deactivate the traps. Healers, you need to make sure that you sooner the trapping tanks and also give them a full heal afterwards. Okay? So sooner them and give them a heal afterwards. They will need it. Okay? There can be 2 types of traps, poison or exploding. Okay. So yes, that is the tanking stuff. All right, now I'll start talking about the fight in general. When we pull the boss, he will do some mechanics, and one of the mechanics is a knockback. So you need to know where your arm's length is, and you need to know where your shortcast is, okay? The reason is we don't want to get hit by the knockback, because what will happen afterwards is he will do 3 pizza-style cleaves, pizza slice-style cleaves, and you need to be able to dodge them. If you're far away from him, you won't be able to dodge them with ease. Okay?
Hi, Steve.
There'll be a few other mechanics going on, tank busters, raid wides, but we should be fine. And then when the boss reaches 70%, he would disappear and become untargetable into the middle. All of the DPS, you can go to the number 3 marker. Healers, you can go to the inside ring, okay? Now what you'll see is there are 2 rings on the arena. You can see the one ring where I've put the A marker, okay? And you can see the outside ring where the number markers are. Healers, you need to go to the inside ring. DPS, you can all go to 3. The tanks that are kiting and doing their traps, please go to your numbered marker. Okay? The monitors will then spawn, and DPS on 3, you can start burning down the monitor near 3. Okay? You will only have the outside ring to be safe, DPS and tanks. Healers, you'll only have the inside ring to be safe. Okay? Now, start kiting the ads clockwise, and everybody at 3 will start burning down the one at 3. If we kill them one at a time, that basically means we free up a tank who can kite, should anything go wrong. The monitors need to be kept away from each other. If they get too close to each other or too close to the big monitor in the middle, they will tether, become fast, and they will run around one-shotting everybody in the raid. Okay? So kite them, keep them apart from each other, and burn them down as they pass the number 3 marker. Okay? There'll be some other mechanics going on. The rings will have lightning on them. If you see a lightning ring, go to any of the notches. Now, these notches, you can see where I'm jumping right now. This is an inside notch, okay? And where Foyx is jumping, that is an outside notch, okay? You can hide in any of these notches from the electric. However, there is a push and pull mechanic. If you get the push debuff that you can see in the DRS run chat right now, the push one, so that's the little shadowy figure pushing something away from him, you need to be on the inside ring notch, because the boss will push you away from the center towards the outside into this notch. If you get the pull, so the guy slurping noodles, you need to stand on the outside notch, and he will pull you towards the center to the inside notch. Okay? You need to know one of your push and pull debuffs. That may happen twice, so you need to make sure that you do it. If you're in the wrong position, you'll get pulled into the purple, and the purple will instantly kill you. Okay? Healers that are in the middle, you have a couple of extra things to deal with. Fire orbs, they need to be reflected just like in Queen's Guard. Pop your light curtain, stand on the fire orb, and it will reflect the damage back at it, killing it. And then the earth orb will be opposite of the fire orb. It needs to be dispelled. Healers, if you've got dispel equipped, please let me know in Yell chat. All healers should have a rise and dispel equipped at the moment. So please let me know in Yell chat that you've got dispel equipped, healers.
Also, jump to, make sure you don't get kicked. Good.
Indeed.
I have dispel as well, so like if any earth orbs are near me, I will immediately dispel.
Okay. So we've got 6 healers with dispel, that's great. So dispel the earth orbs and then attack them once. Reflect the fire orbs, okay? Don't try to do both at the same time, do one at a time. So don't try to do both. Okay. The rest of the other mechanics can be handled with callouts. We want to kite the mobs clockwise. Remember, you push and pull. And let's do ready checks.
There's also one more mechanic. During the lightning, there will be orange petals at your feet, especially for the DPS, since you're usually in one area. Watch out. Make sure you don't accidentally wall yourself as well. It's very common to happen. People tend to accidentally step on the purple.
So that's a really good point. When you're on the outside ring, you will get orange AoEs underneath your feet periodically. Try and spread them out. If you see one, just move out of it. Just not into the purple, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Any ring that it's spawning in the player at random, and the players at random. So yeah.
Just one more group to be ready, and as soon as they're ready, we'll get going.
We are 7 out of 8. I probably don't know if this person is here. Okay, yeah, we're good.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to do a countdown. No tank other than Felix should have that tank stance on for now.
Wee.
You don't need to burst the boss when we pull him so much. You can save your burst for the ads when they spawn on 3.
Preferable to save all the ads, just so we can get rid of them faster.
Cure 4 casters, you can use Cure 4 now. Give your whole party a bravery buff. And physical range, you can use Dervish now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, first thing will be a tank buster. Make sure you're behind the boss. Okay, and now activate arm's length or short cast. Use your anti-knockback. And we're going to dodge the quacks. Tanks, you can put your tank stances on. Dodge the quack. 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 Tanks, you can go to your positions. DPS to 3. Healers in the inside ring. Nico goes south. Thank you. We'll be going to 3, Nico. Tanks, pick up your monitors. Provoke them if you have to. And go clockwise, please. Clockwise. You can burn down the one near 3 and A. Okay, everybody back to 3 for your DPS. Trappers, activate sprint now. Activate sprint. Activate your invuln and go clockwise. Go now, go now. Activate your traps by going clockwise. Healers, get ready to Asuna. And look at your debuff and resolve your debuff. Resolve your push and pull. Resolve your push and pull now. Resolve your push and pull now. Somebody pick up that Minotaur, please. The one with the low health, or whichever, it doesn't matter. Hide in the notches. Hide in the notches. You need to move those Minotaurs away from each other immediately. Okay, cool. Dodge the orange, dodge the orange. Somebody pick up that Minotaur, please. It needs to go clockwise. I don't care who. Spread them apart from each other. Sprint if you have to. Right. Look at your debuff. You'll need it a bit later. And get in the notches. Everybody in the notches. Everybody in the notches. Okay, keep fighting. Keep killing the Monitors. You can leave the south to go and kill them. I didn't make that clear. And resolve your push and pull. Resolve your push and pull. Resolve your push and pull. Alright, we want to kill these last 2 Monitors. You can go and move away from the south to go kill them. I realise I didn't explain that. Hide in the notches. Everybody in the notches. Everybody in a notch. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're back on the Minotaur. Be careful of the fire orb. I don't think we have one. We don't. Perfect. Alright, if you've got any dead, please pick them up. Raid wide. And then the next thing we'll see is bolts. If you get some purple under your feet, take it away from the boss to the edge of the arena, please. Okay, purple is out. Take it to the edge of the arena, away from the group. Alright. And we're moving away from the boss. Move away from the boss, away from the boss. Away from the boss, it's a big swing. And healers, if you have any dead in your group, please get them up. Alright, make the pink go to the outside. And everybody else towards the middle. Everybody else towards the middle. Second set of bolts to the outside, please. Outside, please. Everybody in the middle. Everybody in the middle. and move away from the proximity. Away from the proximity. We're going to be dodging quacks again. Dodge the quack. Quack. Big quack. Wow. And last quack. Alright, we're going to kill the boss. Perfect. A bit messy, but whatever, happens.
We only have one casualty, it looks it.
They're up, I think.
Yep, they are.
Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead to Queen. Don't forget your chest here. Should give you some loot.
Remember to turn your music up as well. Best part.
And there will be a cutscene when we trigger Queen as well. All right. That's the cutscene. Okay, now as far as I understand it, we do have people with castables, so I'm going to place the grey marker, and then when everybody's outside,
Do you have castables?
Then I'll explain what that is.
I have two.
Target for this is that girl. Thank you very much. I'll mark you now. That's very kind.
I have my castle.
You can start giving it to the people that are already in B, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll give them to them.
And then when people come out of cutscenes, we'll see what kind of ratio we have.
Alright. Popping at my second lost re-release. Alright. No worries.
Okay, wait for the last few people to come out of cutscenes.
That's my last lost re-raise.
Okay, so everyone's out of the cutscene now. If you don't have a re-raiser on your character, you don't have a re-raiser active, and you also don't have a re-raiser in your holster, please go and stand on the B marker on the bridge. So if you do not have a re-raiser in your inventory and you do not have a re-raiser active, please stand on B. Okay, can we prioritize, please, the person that I give the triangle? If anybody has a castable re-raiser, you can start giving them out on B, but please prioritize the triangle. Thank you very much, that's very kind.
I'm taking my triangle back. Actually, no, wait. Okay.
Okay, cool. Do we have anybody else with castable re-raiser? I think Kids is giving some out. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shonomin. I can see you already slotting that in.
Sadly, did not have enough space to bring another one. Sad.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I think that is pretty much all we're going to have. Cat Girl, I have faith in you. I know you're a good
Good
player.
luck.
Like, I genuinely know you're a good player, so no concerns there. And the next thing we'll be doing is I'll be handing out Shell on B. If you want Shell or you are a newbie, please go and stand in B. During the explanations, I will be second-hand kind of handing them out. If you don't want Shell, please go into the arena, so keep that in mind. Okay, so here we are at Queen. In the DRS run chat, I've posted some images, and I'll start explaining Queen, and first thing is the tank buster. So we have tank 1 and tank 2 already assigned. If we have a tank 3, preferably a paladin or a gunbreaker, please mark yourself number 3. If not, in halfway through the explanations, then we can just assign anybody. Okay, we have tank 3. Perfect, thank you so much. Or we had. Okay, somebody's already picked up. Okay, cool. Alright, so here we are at Queen. There's a couple of mechanics in this fight that you have already seen in normal mode, such as North Wayne's Glow, parts of chess, and the raid wides, and all that kind of good stuff, which is great. But the majority of mechanics that will kill you in this fight are from the Queen's Guard fight, okay? So the relentless plays that we see, they are Queen's Guard mechanics combined with Queen mechanics. Right. Now, the first thing I'll explain is murder chess. What murder chess is it happens at the start, and there will be some guards on the side of the arena, along with a North Swain Glow. North Swain Glow makes only one part of the arena safe. So we'll go and stand in the side of the arena that's safe. And then also, we will need to make sure we dodge the Queen's Guard that appears on the side of the arena. Okay. I will use waymarks to hopefully be able to call out where is safe, but if I don't, please feel free to follow the plus symbol. You can see the plus symbol above my head right now. If it makes it easier for your life, feel free to put me on focus target. But yes, we will dodge super chest by standing on a very specific tile. This will happen twice, and we'll need to make sure that we dodge to move for murder chest. Not for super chest, for murder chest. Okay? Alright, and just like in Trinity Avowed, the raid wides in this fight hurt. We'll need an ether shield up for every single raid wide, please. So if I say ether shields up, raid wide, make sure to give ether shields to your party. Make sure, party leaders, that you have at least one ether shield in each party. Cool. The tank buster is 2 hits called Cleansing Slash. It hits once, then there's a pause, and then it hits a second time. Okay? Tanks that are tanking, you can invuln that Cleansing Slash hit, the first one and the second one. Healers, you may need to heal up your tanks afterwards. And then the next tanking sequence will provoke after a few short seconds. Okay? That's how we cheese that. If you are tanking the boss, you can be in the group. Please do not be away from the group, otherwise you will blind the host. So make sure you're standing in the group when you tank up.
Well, in this case, blind the call out.
And for North Swain Glow, again, only one side of the arena will be safe. And then the big mechanic later on is called God Save the Queen. And what this does is it's a raid wide. Again, we'll need ether shields up. And then she will summon some electric orbs on the arena. Okay? Now, these electric orbs, the way we handle them is by having every single person in the raid activate a light curtain. Everybody should have 2 light curtains in their holster. So when I say light curtains up, I want everybody to activate a light curtain. If opening your holster is tricky because you're on controller or something, you can drag the light curtain out of your holster onto your hotbar. So keep that in mind. Okay. Super chess. Let me explain super chess. It's not as difficult as it seems, but the first time you see it, it's very scary. So what will happen is the boss will disappear and then she will turn the arena into a chessboard. The safe spot will either be north of A or south of C. The safe spot, you need to turn your camera towards that safe spot and treat it as your new north, okay? With that safe spot as your new north, we will be playing on the left-hand side as long as you are looking at the safe spot. She'll give you 2 debuffs. These debuffs are Roman numerals, either 2, 3, or 4, and you can see them in the run chat in Discord right now. She will only give you 2 of them, and you need to add them together. When you add them together, they will equal either 5, 6, or 7. Okay? So add them together, find out if you are 5, 6, or 7. That denotes how many tiles away from the safe spot you need to be. Now, the way this is handled effectively is I will call out where to stand based on the number that you have, okay? So my call out may be something like 5 stand on 4, 6 below D, and 7 on C, okay? So if you add your debuffs together and they equal 5, go stand on the 4 marker. If they equal 6, go stand below D. And if they equal 7, go stand on C. Super chess is then handled in 2 moves, okay? You move left towards the edge of the arena into the column that I say, so either 4 or D, okay? Until the number above your head disappears. When the number disappears, stop moving. If you move 1 tile too far, you'll get a doom icon above your head, a big red icon. If that happens, move back 1 tile. Once the number disappears, stand still, and the Queen's Guard will cleave the arena again. And then your second movement gets rid of the second debuff. The second movement, no matter what, you want to end up in the safe spot. Once everybody's in the safe spot, we survive, mechanic over. And this will happen twice. Okay. So again, add your debuffs together, 5, 6, or 7 total. Listen to where I tell you to stand. That's your starting position. Wait for super chess to begin. And then move towards the left-hand side until the number disappears, following towards the safe spot. When your number disappears, stop moving. Wait for the cleave, and then move into the safe spot for the second movement. Nice and simple. Should be anyway. We'll see. Okay. So tank busters talked about, raid wise talked about, super chess, a little bit of murder chess, a little bit of the reflect orbs. The reflect orbs are super, super important, by the way. If you don't get your light curtain on, you will die. So you need to make sure everybody has a light curtain on when I call for it. And again, you can drag it to your hotbar if you really, really need to.
The Q2E test.
Somewhat, yes. It will kind of take away a GCD. So don't try and like spam an attack whilst you're trying to put your light curtain on. Very important.
If you don't have a light curtain, there is safe spots around the arena. Just be far away from the orbs.
Everybody
Or if you're
has
not
a light
confident.
curtain, though. Everybody has a light curtain because they all read holster guidance, didn't they?
Yes.
There it is in
Just-
the auto translate.
The thing is that some people may have forgotten to equip their in holster.
All right, and yes, let's do ready checks. Let's do food checks. Make sure you activate some buff food.
If you were reading the Yell chat, you could see that I very much do like the background music here. I just like this type of music. I don't know why. I can't eat red food. I'm fasting. Sorry. Understandable.
When's Iftar then?
What do you mean?
2 hours. Oof.
Ah, that right.
All right, we have. Did I do a ready check in my group? I don't even know if I did a ready check in my group anymore. I'm gonna do a
Vega.
ready check in my group. Okay, we've got
Yes,
columns 1, 2, and
also
3
move.
ready. We've got slimes 1 ready. We've got slimes 2 ready. And slimes 3 ready. Perfect. Okay.
Oh wait, that's what you meant by side rail whale. Anyway, fishes, you know, but understandable. You will get that fish. I understand. I understand now from my podcast. I thought you were talking about like an actual fish.
All right. There's a countdown. Nobody should have their tank stance on apart from tank 1. Everybody should be using buff food now.
Any astral fish.
Q forecasters, use bravery now. Use Q4, sorry. Use dervishes. And let's go.
How am I
In
doing?
group, please.
Yeah.
Ether shields up. Ether shields up. Ether shields up. Ether shields up in every group. Heal up your party with Cure 4. And we will see murder chests. Okay. Alright, let's see where North Wayne Glow is taking us first. Only one part of the arena will be safe. Please give us a nice pattern. Alright, we're going south. It's not a nice pattern. We're going south and we're going to the number 3. On the number 3 is safe. Okay, and now D3 is safe, so you can go to D. D is safe. Okay, Tank Buster 1 is coming up. Okay, this will be 2 hits on tank number 1. There's the first hit. And there's the second hit, tank number 2 provoke, and Ether shields up. Ether shields up, Ether shields up. Every group have Ether shields up. Your forecasters heal up, and then we'll see super chests. You can hold your burst, although it shouldn't be up for another 30 seconds. Okay, remember to add your debuffs together and listen to the callouts. Find the safe spot first. The safe spot is north of A. Safe spot is north of A. So 5 stand on the number 4, 6 below Delta, and 7 on Charlie. 5 on the number 4, 6 on the white below Delta, and 7 on Charlie. 5 on 4, 7 on Charlie, 6 in between. And we're going to wait. We are playing in the 4 column. You can start your movement now until the number disappears. When the number disappears, stop moving. If you get red, move back 1 tile. All right. And now I want everybody to end up in the safe spot, please. Everybody in the safe spot, regardless of if it kills you or not. In the safe spot. Everybody in the safe spot. All right, back on the boss. Okay. We will now see another raid wide. Ether shields up, ether shields up. Okay, this is the raid wide that soon will come with the light curtains. Use Cure 4 to heal up your party in total. And when you hear the ding, activate your light curtain. You'll hear it soon. Light curtains on. Light curtains on now. Everybody light curtains on. Light curtains on. And everybody get inside one of the shells. Everybody in a shell. Dispels on the boss. Sorry, dispels on the boss. And dispel, dispel, dispel. Very important.
Dispel, dispel.
Please dispel the boss. Please dispel the boss. Thank you. Alright. Relentless play 1. Take note of where the gunner is. He's in the northwest above Delta. Okay? You need to point your open side to him shortly. If you are currently tethered, you are going to wind. Okay? If you have the scales debuff, you're going to wind. And we are going east towards Bravo. Go to Bravo. Tethered to wind. Untethered to lightning on the east side. Open side to the gunner in the northwest. And now open side to a turret on the side. Okay, back on the boss. Tank Buster 2 is coming out. If you've got any dead, you can raise them. Okay, that's fine. We'll wait for tank number 3 afterwards. Tank number 3 you can provoke. Ah, Ellie got it. Okay, great. Alright, everybody in the middle for Relentless Play 2. Everybody in the middle for Relentless Play 2. She's going to disappear soon, so you can hold your burst. And feel free to follow the plus, okay? I've just stepped out of the people, so you feel free to follow the plus. And we are getting knocked back towards C. Stand on C. Okay, we're going to go into the middle. And then we're going to go towards B. Past B, on the guard. Awesome. Okay, back on the boss. Next up will be a raid wide, so you can put ether shields up already. Use your font of powers, your font of magics, etc. And Cure 4 casters, you can use Cure 4 now. Heal up your party. Refresh your bravery. And then Super Chest 2 is next. Alright, find the safe spot first. And the safe spot this time is on A again, north of A. Left hand is safe, bottom is safe. So 7 on 3, 6 in the corner, 5 on D. 7 on 3, 6 in the corner, 5 on D. 7 on 3, 6 in the corner, 5 on D. We're going to wait for the guards to move. And then we're playing in the 4 column. So move into the 4 column until the numbers disappear and then stop moving. If you get red, move back 1 tile. Alright, now everybody is going to end up in the safe spot. Everybody in the safe spot, no matter what. Everybody in the safe spot. We only have 1 dead, so we're not going to use limit break for now. 2 dead. Okay, back on the boss. If you've got any dead, raise them. Tank Buster 3 is coming out. And we're fine. Alright, we'll see Relentless Play 3 next. Everybody stack up on A. Everybody on A. Everybody on A facing the boss. It's going to be in or out of the knight's box. It's going to be out. We're going to be going far away from the knight when it teleports to us. And we're going towards, follow the plus, towards the right. Go towards the right, follow the plus, follow the plus. Okay, and here is also safe away from the lasers. Heal up. Activate light curtains now. Light curtains now. Light curtains now. And dispel the queen. Don't hit the queen, please. Don't hit the queen. Okay, everybody inside the shell. And use healer limit breaks now. Healer limit breaks now. And we're going to kill the queen. Great job.
There we
That's great
go.
timing.
Yeah.
Nice. Call those achievements.
It was a
All
pain
those
to
achievements.
put the roster down. Get that.
How
All right,
many
everyone head to the back. Goes to the tree. Photo time. Get out of here.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 nuclears. Well done. That's cool. That's awesome.
Everyone gets back. Goes to the tree. Unless you're in a cutscene, that's a completely different thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody's up as well, so we don't have anybody to raise.
Yes, everyone is up. Everyone gets to the tree.
Got it over here. Definitely get a nice screenshot, guys, at the back.
I will be.
Awesome. Oh, for some reason, the G pose has taken my LB3 that I did 6 hours ago into the G pose. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no,
that's
it
really weird.
happens. Yeah, no, it happens all the time.
Oh. That's really weird. Really weird to see. Alright, I think everybody's up here now.
There's some people not in the back. How dare you? Get back here.
Alright. Congratulations, everybody. That was, what was it, 18 nuclears. We also saw one person get that 10th
19.
clear, Shundamin. Congratulations. That's very cool. And Victoria, well done on your 5 clears. Make sure to pick up your title in the achievements window. Thank you, Felix, for putting the run together, organising everything, getting everybody in the same room, all that good stuff. Once everybody's on the outside, you can pick up your doggo as well from the achievements window. And if you have any screenshots of the run or any screenshots of you and your doggo, you can pop them in DR chat because they'll live forever there.
No, my screenshots. Oh, it's gone. No.